The Challenge Cup winners from 2022 take on their top 14 rivals, Racing 92. The Lyon lineup today showing 14 changes from the heavily rotated side, beaten by Clermont last Saturday at the Marcel Michelin. Only 6 starters, incidentally, from the Challenge Cup quarter-final win over the Ospreys in Swansea. Theo William, Michael Guillard returned to that second row. Arnaud Bota today is flanked by Dylan Cretin and Liam Allen. 7 of this forward pack started the win over the Sharks here in the round of 16. Baptiste Quillot, his battle with Nolan Le Garrec should be a key determining factor in the overall outcome. A La Rochelle-bound Georgian David Niniashvili is at fullback. Dermot Thier and Rattez with the explosive pace on the wings. Monty Awani, one of a number of players unavailable today through injury for Lyon. Racing recall Eddie Benarou and Diego Escobar to their front row, a front row that today is missing Demba Bamba, which will be a key loss. The French tighthead's absence, incidentally, one of only 2 changes from what is a very strong forward pack, and the same that started that quarter-final win over Connacht Down in Galway. Cameron Woki's inclusion at number 8, by the way. The other, Jordan Joseph, is on the bench this afternoon. It is a strong, well-balanced back row. Junior Kapoku's influence will be there for all to see, as always. Le Garrec and Lancaster key, of course, at 9 and 10, but the big call that has dominated the headlines in France and beyond this week. Owen Farrell handed the captaincy as well as the number 12 shirt after all previous 16 appearances in his Racing career have come at fly half. Fiku at 13, Max Spring and Donovan Taufifenua on the wings. Tristan Tedder is at fullback. There is a change to mention, as you can see on the Racing bench today, an interesting one in the era of 6-2 and 7-1 splits. We know that the French don't follow trends. They've gone 4-4 today. Romain Taufifenua has been ruled out. Rattez, and he's off in chase, and it goes instead to Theo Millet. Pumps one down into the 22. The foot race is on back there. 2 on 2. Ball's gone back, and Max Spring with some desperate defence, but it always felt like there was a Lyon penalty coming.
And Lyon, when the game breaks up, their ability to go through the gears, use that short kicking game as well. Rattez first, then Millet. And actually the pace of Quillot on the chase as well.
Got to be on your feet.
So if you just keep an eye on him, he's going to appear, well, he would have appeared on the right-hand side, but he comes out of the picture here from nowhere. Applying really pressure. Forces Racing into the offensive breakdown penalty, and would imagine Lyon, will take the 3 and level the game up in quick time as well.
He is as quick as they come, Baptiste Quillot, that is for sure. 17 times capped French scrum half, as 1 or 2 big names in the queue ahead of him. Similarly for his opposite number today, Nolan Le Garrec, but that's a good deal more straightforward for Léo Bardeux. And Lyon find themselves on the board. Maybe
reverse it.
Yeah, maybe on review it's a little more clumsy and worth a review. It's that man Fiku doing damage as well, slowing it down, grinding it to a halt almost, and then it spins into action almost every time. Michael Guillard gets his hands on the ball, space out wide, potentially popped over the top. Beautiful Quillot. Oh, that's magnificent. Into the hands of Vincent Rattez.
But all starts, good set piece.
Nothing.
Gets Lyon on the front foot.
Nothing.
They break at the right time. Quillot's actions in this, fantastic as well, the touches he has on the ball. Huge carry here, and then just as Quillot comes into the picture, look at him checking left and right. Seeing a Racing defender isolated, Tedder on that short side, 1 offload, 2 offloads, another one. Rattez there to finish.
Well into double figures in terms of the phase count there, camped inside the 22. Again, the delivery on the money from Escobar. Can he smuggle that up his jumper and make it all the way to the try line? Here comes the reinforcements. Good, decent shape, low body positions. Only one outcome. Diego Escobar. Racing right back in this game against the 14 of Lyon in the dying embers of the first half. The maul working brilliantly.
Well executed from start to finish. The setup there And even though they didn't go forward initially, they built it well, and then watch the impact of all the joining players, Hambosi, Fiku. All the pack there getting involved, Lyon not having any answer. Peel around the left-hand side. Good score, good team score.
Thanks, mate.
Still in the hunt for the top 6 playoff positions in the top 14. It's so tightly bunched. Lyon play Racing actually in the final round of regular games in the season in the top 14 in a game with quite a few mistakes. Will the margin stay at 2? He's given it plenty, just not quite enough. And that will do. Half-time beckons for Racing and Lyon, and plenty to think about in the respective dressing rooms for the likes of Karim Ghazal and Patrice Calazzo at half-time in what we expected would be a tight affair in the all-French semi-final. 2 points in it at half-time.
And Racing's physicality becomes more in effect. They could squeeze you and they could go on and win quite comfortably. So this second half is poised quite nicely.
Big bodies in the way as they can. That's Guillard this time. He too can't quite get there. Ball spills loose. Back we go for one of a couple of infringements.
Over here? Okay.
Number 13?
Number 13?
Yeah, the yellow card.
Okay, I don't know yet at the moment.
You're going to take the scrum, please.
We're going to have a scrum. Okay, don't lie on him. The ball is here. Don't lie on him. It's fine.
Kapoku does enough to convince the referee he's not a hindrance. So little space or time. Quickly out of that defensive line, but illegally so then. Well, this is another big moment in a tight game where goal kicking has been a little bit off point. That is normal service resumed. And it's a big 3 points, and it's justification for their efforts in the opening 8 minutes of the second half when they've been camped in the Racing 22, so had to get some scoreboard pressure.
Just coming out the other side of the yellow card as well, so it's actually all in all been quite well managed by Lyon. Up on the scoreboard, and when the situation is like this, time, especially for Racing, will just start to move ever so quicker.
So a couple of changes as well. Liam Allen off and Hamza Kabichi as well for the home side. It's not quite breathing space, but it's...
Who's here?
Racing once again put to the pin of their collar, sandbagging that try line, trying to cover all angles of attack. Surely now Lyon can get there. Carl Dixon in a great position to award the try. Saganadze with a big impact off the bench for Lyon as the man who comes up with that final metre, the big intervention. Well, I spoke about them prizing open in a lead, and now they do have breathing space.
All goes back to the maul as well. Executed really well. You've got Racing penalty advantage for trying to collapse. And then can they be patient? Banging away at the door time and time again.
Even though he's played on the arm, which brings the penalty advantage. Forward come Racing. Now they've got huge numbers here. They must score 3-on-1. Options inside and out. And they slide it across, and Cleo Labar has an easy run in for a massive score in the game. Out of absolutely nothing, the length of the field from a line out well inside their own half of the field.
That's exactly the response they needed. Penalty advantage from the line out. The power of Joshua Tuisova in the midfield. The offload, a bit of fortune here with the kick. Inyashvili diving. No backfield cover as well. Rates being a bit slow coming across as that sweeper from the far side. It's a 3-on-1, pick the right option. And just...
Oh, that's nice hands. Lovely little exchange from Theo Mile, who's quietly had a very effective and good game in that number 12 shirt for Lyon this afternoon. Just a knock-on advantage. Well, he was pretty clear in his own mind, Carl Dixon. That is a massive call.
Lyon have been there and done it more recently. Will they do it again?
That will do. Into touch it goes over on that far side via the boot of Vincent Rattez, whose first half try set the wheels in motion for the 2022 Challenge Cup winners to make it back to a final. They'll be in Cardiff in a few weeks' time. The final score, Lyon 29, Racing 15.